How's it going, guys? Welcome to TheBlueShifting and welcome back to Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, where things keep getting a little bit more insane. So after like the kidnap of Grandpa, the taking of the black orb, which is just great, just cool, super fun. We were able to get some missions done, help out around the place, do some investigating. Turns out, inadvertently, what's her name? Dorothy. She managed to get a picture of the base that she wasn't supposed to take, but in the picture was the airship that we saw leaving the tower, which implies that they are somehow involved or even perhaps caught up in some kind of issue at the military base, which is where the main quest is going to be taking us next. But there are a couple side quests we're going to be doing. I believe we have at least a monster slaying one, and let's see. The temporary librarian one. We have to find 2 other books. Yeah, so the diagram here, which is like 4 pillars with an X in the middle. So I think that's somewhere in the fields. And this one, yeah, we returned the books. That one's done. And we also have a new Ritter Road monster, number 2. So Bloody Saber on the Ritter Roadway. So we're gonna do that. And then we have like 3 of these things. Factory Incident, Incident 2, and the Professor's Whereabouts. But that's the chaining. So now we're like looking, we're gonna go to Lestine Fortress and try and figure that out. So yeah, lots of stuff going on. Let's see if there's anything new. Yeah, just this one. So we have book, monster, and then after we turn those in, make sure there's no other quests we're missing, we're going to head off to Lestine Fortress, and we're going to see what the heck's going on there, because I have a bad feeling about all this. Says everybody. But anyway, let's just jump into it, shall we? First things first, on our adventure to Ritter Road, which, I think it's this one over here, that heads off towards, like, the Wolf Fort, and then off to Lestine Fortress after. Just 2 of us, too, so let's see how that goes. You're going the wrong way, Estelle. To reach Lestine Fortress, you have to go down the eastern door. Oh, really? I swear. I was purposely trying to go that way. She's not an idiot. Okay, you know what? To be fair, me being Estelle is actually pretty fitting, considering the fact that, like, she and I are probably both airheads. Okay, Ritter Roadway. Yep, I have to just trust the stars, and so we gotta catch a monster. And then I do think where the next book is down there, but I'll keep my eye open. I'll see if I can find anything that looks like 4 pillars with an X or a space in the middle where I can pick up the book. Oh, well, I'm guessing you're the beast I'm supposed to be fighting. How about we save? Because I did use some of my big attacks recently, and that's gonna be potentially problematic. Exterminate! Alright. Oh no, it's a lot of you. Okay, let's see. Solid Dozer, monster trained to attack, has high definition and agility, uses an attack that slows foes. The Bloody Saber, wild war monster that wanders in search of blood, recovers by draining prey, but is weak to wind and water. Yeah, so this is gonna be rough. I don't like how we're actually already surrounded. That does not bode well. At all. You know what? I want to see how this works.
You're finished.
Black Fang. That's cool. Look at that. Ah, are you serious?
No.
I should have healed him. And it heals itself when it hits you. Oh my gosh! Well, we're doing that again. I wish I could, like, stop him from healing. Alright, with you and Estelle, maybe we can do enough to take them out finally. Nice. And now, big spell, clean them up. Leave us with just the stupid doggo. The one that heals. Good. And we just have that one. And even though it's gonna heal, I think we can out damage him now. Yeah. Yes. Oh, so close. Come on, Estelle. You finish it off? Yes! See? I learn. I learn.
Piece of cake.
I think it was nasty, though. Holy cow. Like showing a monster in Ritter Roadway. Okay, so I'm gonna look for the spot where the book might be. Like I'm pretty sure it's gonna be south of town, because I'm thinking I should have been able to find it earlier, but I'm gonna try at least. Nope, can't go over there. If I can't find it on the way to the like fortress area, which is like here. Yeah, if I can't find it on this roadway, I will just go back, turn in that quest, and check to make sure there isn't anything else before we jump full into the Lestian Fortress plot. Okay. Yep, pretty safe to say, not here. So I'm gonna go back, turn in the monster slaying, and then we're gonna head out on the road and figure out what the heck's going on at the military base. Report. Temporary Librarian Plus. And Ritter Road Monster 2. Elmo Pump Repair. Oh, I hadn't reported that yet. Nice. And Advancement Junior Bracer 2nd class. We're getting real close to 1st class. Received Grail Locket Accessory as a perk. Very nice. Welcome back. Looks like you finished your job. If you clear any other contracts, make sure to come here and report it. I will do so. Alright, we're all caught up and reported. I want to see what that item was. Grail Locket prevents all abnormal statuses except KO. Very, very good, actually. Holy crap. Let's see. Who do I want to slap that sucker on? Probably you. Love to get a second one of those, though. I just realized the price for like sleeping at a place is based on the amount of people in your squad. Because last time I went there, it was 160, and I wondered why it was so expensive. It's because there's 4 of us. Thank you for making time to help us, Igor. Why, no trouble at all. Old obsolete engineers like me have plenty of time. Obsolete, he says. And he helps build the Araceli, the greatest machine ever fly, and he's obsolete. Okay, just old. My small part in Araceli's construction wore me out. I couldn't keep up with Russell. And I've got to serve the best I can, even at my age. And that's the clock tower. I was just curious why they were standing in front of it. Alright, finally, off to the fort. We're gonna see what crazy shenanigans is going down there, because I have a feeling it's gonna be nuts. And if we have to fight the black masks again and just the 2 of us, yeah, it's not gonna be fun. Not gonna be fun. Lestian Fortress. I've been here twice, each time, nothing. And now we're gonna get a nice good luck, especially because there's no guard. Oh, jeez. Wow, check out the size of that base. It's gotta be several times as big as the Hacking Gate, don't you think? Yeah, you may be right. It was apparently the primary base for the counteroffensive in the war 10 years ago. Oh, okay. That's pretty impressive. Well, let's go inside and see who we can talk to, whoever's in charge. What is it? Nothing. It's just that you're not acting like your usual timid self. You're starting to remind me of Dad. Oh, come on. It's not like I'm nervous. But after General Morgan, how bad can it be? Please don't say that. I guess you're right. I wonder if he's still at the Hacking Gate. Alright, let's go. Let's see what's going on here. Huh? There's no one here. That's strange. There's usually a gatekeeper outside at least. Identify yourselves. Where'd that come from? Probably a speaker. This is Lestian Fortress, HQ of the Liberl Royal Armed Forces. This place is off limits to civilians. I'm afraid you're going to have to leave. They sound polite, but... Yeah, I think they're just being extra cautious. Can you 2 hear me? Sorry, but we're not civilians. We're from the Bracers Guild. We're here to discuss a matter of the central lab being attacked. Could you please speak with could we speak with an individual in charge? Are you actual bracers then?
If you don't believe us, you can inspect our emblems. You can see them, right?
Indeed, you appear to be the genuine article. However, I regret to inform you our CO of the base is currently away. Perhaps you can come back another day?
No commanding officer. Well, that sounds sloppy.
In that case, anyone from the intelligence division will be fine. We have information that must go to either Colonel Richard or Captain Amalethea. Very well, wait there.
Whew, it's like pulling teeth with these guys.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting security to be quite this tight here.
Whoa!
Well, someone's here at least. Not gonna let us in, huh? Please, forgive me for making you wait. I am Major Sid, Garrison Commander of Lestine Fortress.
I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracers Guild.
And I'm Joshua Bright, also of the Bracers Guild. Right.
Is something wrong?
Nothing, pardon me. On the business, you mentioned the attack on the Central Lab. I'm very sorry, but no one from Intelligence Division is currently here. If you'd have a message, I can deliver it for you.
That could be a problem. Okay, time to shake things up.
Alright. I mean, we haven't caught the people who attacked the lab, and we've not confirmed the whereabouts of Professor Russell. We found a lead on the airship.
And here we found a lead on the airship that took away the professor.
You what?
What? Why do you look so surprised, Major?
Oh, it's nothing. We've just been searching for it too. Black Mask Sid maybe. So what is this lead anyway? Take a look at this. And over to Dorothy's photograph. This is Lestine Fortress, isn't it? How did you get this picture?
Now, we need not get worked up. Look at the top right corner of that picture.
Let's see. What the? That's obviously not the silhouette of a military patrol ship, is it?
And it's the spitting image of the airship that took away the professor.
Indeed, this is a great matter. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll send the report to Intelligence Division straight away.
Huh? Hey, wait a minute, is that it?
Is what it?
I mean, don't you think this is weird? Why would the suspect's ships be hanging out around here?
It's embarrassing to admit, but I'm afraid that's entirely my fault. We have been aggressively searching along the border, so security wasn't as tight at home as it should have been. And if this airship fled to the north, it's possible this whole matter may have been a plot by the Empire.
Really?
No, that sounds like a scapegoat to me. I'd like to know just one thing. Where exactly are all the intelligence personnel right now? That's classified. I'm sorry, but I can't say more. It's not looking too good.
Okay, now, maybe it's just me, but don't you think this all kind of smells a little funny?
I know. But without any concrete evidence, pursuing this lead won't do us any good.
Yeah.
We did get to keep the picture, though, right? Huh? What the? What? Why did it stop? What? Did that phenomena start up again? The orb! They're pest testing the orb!
Joshua, that's...
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we needed. Go! Get in there! It seems I've let you see us at our worst. It looks like the gate mechanism isn't in the best conditions.
Indeed, that's a real problem. Maybe you could get some folks from the Central Lab to repair it. I bet that someone like Professor Russell could have it good as new in no time flat.
Yes, I'll keep that in mind. You two, maintain post here until it's back in working order. Be sure to keep any careless civilians away. Sir, yes, sir. Understood, sir. That said, you two can be on your way. I'll be certain to take that photograph to intelligence. Now, if you'll pardon me. Now what do we do, huh? Here, the van air is off limits. You're on your way. Gosh darn it. I have a feeling we're gonna be coming right back, because that's definitely orb.
Somehow I find it hard to believe a word that guy said. Especially if that little malfunction we just saw is what I think it is.
Yes, it probably was that same phenomenon.
Which would mean the professor's being held prisoner inside. Shh, Estelle.
This isn't the place to be discussing that.
Okay.
For now, let's just get back to Zeiss and see what Kilika has to say. If we have any chance, we can call for the lab chief. Fetch me. I just can't believe that Professor Russell's at Lestian Fortress. Are you absolutely certain?
Miss Dorothy's photograph and the shutdown of orbital power at the gate. These two things combined make the conclusion inescapable.
But the Central Factory and the Royal Army have had excellent relations. And now I'm expected to believe this? It's not as if the internal command structure of the military is all run by a single entity. The people who attacked the factory were seen escaping, and they looked like Royal Guardsmen, and that in itself is a clue.
Oh, that would mean...
I mean, the visits of Royal Guards unrelated, not sure. Organs been set up, possibly, but the evidence isn't actually saying that. It's implying that, like, if the Royal Guards, if people dressed in like, what look like certifiable Royal Guardsmen outfits were able to just surreptitiously take the professor out, that they then turned out to be the masked people who then jumped on an unclassified, an unrestricted, civilian-looking airship that happened to go to the fortress where the professor now is residing. And it's the military fortress, and it's being shut down by people who have authority to shut it down, and even keeping the intelligence division out of it. That all kind of leads to this conclusion that Royal Guardsmen might be behind the whole thing.
The Royal Guardsmen are behind the whole thing!
Well, it's not outside the realm of possibility. But I think it's more likely there's been some kind of a frame-up. Oh, I guess, okay. I don't know. Feels a little off to me. This may be some form of internal conspiracy within the Royal Army. This is unpleasant to think about. But how could the professor get caught up in something like this? Sounds like you found a lead in our friendly neighborhood criminals.
Agat!
Good to see you back on your feet. Yeah, I just woke up a few minutes ago. It was a little weird waking up in a strange place after being put to bed like some baby.
Oh, for the love of everyone was worried about you, alright?
Are you sure you're okay with moving around too soon? Yeah, sleeping so darn much doesn't give me any other option than to recover. I'm feeling pretty much back to normal.
But, Agat, you should probably rest some more. You just got the poison out of your system and the doctor said...
I said I'm fine. I've been training for years, it's not to rough on someone like me. Alright, I get it. I won't overdo anything until I'm back to normal. That cool with you?
Okay.
Damn kids.
Even the mighty Agats, no match for Tita.
I guess it's hard to say no to someone who will keep to constant vigil over and nursed you back to health. Shut up. Getting back to the point. Looks like a lot's been going on while I've been out of commission. Mind filling me in on the details?
Sure.
Estelle explained all the signs pointing to Professor Russell being held captive at Lestian Fortress.
I still can't believe the Grandpa's in there.
I wouldn't have thought those goons in the black clothes were army types either. Suddenly I'm feeling better than ever. Let's say we go settle our debts right now.
Settle our debts?
Ain't it obvious? We sneak into Lestian Fortress. We'll bust the prof out and they'll never know what hit them.
Okay. Like settling everything in one big stroke.
I'm afraid that's not that simple. It'd be an over attack on the military. If we don't have concrete, we either have to go in with a concrete reason that we can certify, and prove, on site, or we have to literally beat up everyone in the military and get out with concrete evidence that is irrefutable, because then somebody might go after us for the legal thing. And it's not just us, it'd be the whole bracers would be implicated.
Huh?
The Bracers Guild has a long-standing policy of non-intervention when it comes to a nation's military. Article 3 of the Guild Code, bracers and non-involvement in military or political matters. A bracer will recognize a nation's sovereignty and may not interfere nor arrest any person of national, military, or political standing. Or to put it more simply, as long as the army's playing dumb about this, our hands are tied. You've got to be kidding me.
No way! That doesn't make sense! You mean that we can witness a crime, but if it's done by a soldier or politician, we just have to pretend we didn't see anything?
Essentially, yes. There is, however, a loophole. Article 2 of the Guild Code, bracers and their duty to the people. In the event of unjust impairment of citizens, the bracers sworn duties to bear the responsibility for the citizens' safety. Do you understand the significance of this? Yes, Article 2 trumps Article 3. So it's kind of like it's Asimov's law of robotics, the idea that What's Articles 2 and 3 of the robotics? Like, it's like number 1's like a robot shall not bring harm to a human, and a robot shall not like disobey the orders of a human unless it contradicts Article 1, and Article 3 was a robot must preserve itself at all costs as long as it doesn't break Articles 2 and 1. So like kind of like tries to lock it down into a perfect logical loop. And that's kind of the same thing here. It's like we can't involve ourselves in politics, but the people's protection supersedes that as long as we can make it very clear it's for that matter. I see. The professor's not a politician or a soldier. He's a civilian whom we're sworn to protect.
So then...
The rest hinges upon you, Mr. Murdoch. In this case, we are obligated to oppose the Royal Army and save Professor Russell. Will you help us? Stupid question. The factory needs him. All of Liberl needs him. Go get him.
Mr. Murdoch, thank you, thank you, thank you.
No need to thank me. I owe Professor Russell for all he's taught me. And so we have adequate justification to proceed. Bracers, Agathe, Estelle, and Joshua. You are hereby ordered to proceed to Lestrian Fortress and rescue Professor Russell. It is not above board that you may be accustomed to, but it's a request of Bracers Guild nonetheless.
Now you're talking.
Acknowledged. Bring it on. If we're doing this, we have to figure out how we're getting in there. Lestrian Fortress is pretty darn famous for being impossible to break into. That's true. It's easy enough if we're going to do it, but putting it into practice is going to take some serious planning. There has to be some way of getting inside. Well, the black orb shutdown of their electronics is a really good window. Unfortunately, security there is nigh unto imperfect. Approaching from the lake would likely be impossible since monitoring by the network of orbal sensors. Figured as much. And the frontal assault would be tantamount to suicide.
Mr. Murdoch, you know that orange airship that goes to Lestrian Fortress?
Yes, that's the Lebanese. It makes periodic stops to inspect equipment at the fort, make sure it's performing properly.
Is there any way we can sneak into the fortress on it?
No, all the crew members go through a thoroughly secured check as soon as they land. It'd be impossible to just sneak away.
How about stowing away in the cargo?
No good. Each container scanned with a biosensor for living creatures, and they check each one every one. Plus, those sensors were designed by Professor Russell himself. They can even pick up one little mouse in a huge mass of stuff.
Well, darn. Oh, what is it, sweetie? Don't you remember? Grandpa's invention from when I was showing you around. Let me think. Aha!
Well, we were helping with the experiment on a new type of orbit, right?
Yeah. It produces a force field that can disrupt the biosensors. We've already tested that it works, so everything will be fine.
Well, really? I had no idea the professor had even made anything like that. Yeah, the implications of that's really bad. like, oh gosh, that could really be a security risk. Case in point, us. Where is this device then?
I guess it might be where he left it, in his laboratory.
Then we have no time to lose. Hurry and retrieve this device. In the meantime, I'll gather and collect whatever data I can on Lestrian Fortress. Got it, thanks. I'll leave the arrangement of delivery via Lebnets to you, Mr. Murdoch. All right, I'll talk to Gustav. Just come to the airfield when you're ready. All right. Anything here? Nope. Now, I'm going to see if it'll let me go to the fields down south and see if I can get that book, but I'm guessing it won't let me. Oh, nope, it does. Okay. We'll go hunting for this book before we kick everything else off. So, 4 pillars with a space in the middle, huh? I think it's going to be in the big field, specifically the field with like its own enclosed space, but I got to be thorough. This could take a while. Oh my gosh, how did I miss this? Monsters appeared, of course. These will be a piece of cake though. There we go. Nice and all cleaned up. I had like no experience for anyone but Tita. Alright. Now to hit 3. Oh, but you must be awfully optimistic to think treasure's going to appear in this chest. Granted, that chest appeared, in my opinion. I did not know it was there. Now, where is this other area? I know I've found it before. Alright, I think it's in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Found a package wrapped in oil paper. Yes! Here's the Hertz Adventure 2. Alright, let's give that a little read, shall we? Hert's Adventure, Encounter with the Spectacled Genie, Part 2. Those magical spectacles must be capable of seeing the true nature of anyone who stands before them. After a fitful bout of shaking from excitement, but this time making sure to check that its own spectacles were aligned, the genie gazed down resolutely at young Hertz. There's no point in having a boy as useful as yourself hang on to such an invaluable item. In fact, it would be in your best interest to hand him over. Otherwise, it trailed off. But instead of elaborating on its threat, the genie simply extended its arm once more. This time, the genie picked up a boulder much lighter than any normal person could lift. And young Hertz and Midas watched as the massive rock disappeared into the fiery depths of its open mouth, causing the wind to stir as it clamped down its disjointed jaws with incredible force. The genie gulped down the large rock as if it had been a light snack, and not a moment later, a hollow sound like something thrown to a deep well echoed in the depths of its belly. So, have I made myself clear? If you do not hand over those spectacles, it is you who will end up being my next sweet morsel. Midas looked at young Hertz with a frightful gaze. Did you see the humongous mouth of his? He's the real deal, all right. He's just like the rivers say. Yeah, but that still leaves us with another problem, sighed young Hertz. Without my glasses, I can't continue my travels. As young Hertz stood pondering his dilemma, another large boulder by his feet disappeared into the genie's voracious mouth, followed again by the ominous howling echo from beneath its sabled garb. What if he eats us, then we're both done for, argued Midas as he stood shivering in fright, imagining the candy he had swallowed not minutes before. I guess you're right, concluded young Hertz as he stepped closer to the genie. All right, good sir, we'll give you into your demands. Being swallowed whole doesn't sound like too much fun, he declared. A wise choice you have made, boy, replied the genie. After taking a long look at young Hertz's face, the genie narrowed his eyes and a plethora of wrinkles crinkled around its corners. Young Hertz said nothing as he unseated the pair of glasses from his nose and obediently placed them at the feet of the genie. So these are magical spectacles, the creature said in a voice quavering with excitement as it squatted down, its face drawing closer to where it lay in the sand. Impatiently, it tossed aside its own spectacles, and after blindly searching by hand for the object of its fascination through the soft granulated sand, it picked them up and placed them snugly atop its nose. These are no less than magical spectacles indeed, it cried in a tremor of delight as it danced around, causing its robe to flutter about wildly. With these I shall have nothing to fear. And with one last deafening screech, it disappeared just as suddenly as it had arrived. The drifting echo of its voice faded, the two boys once again stood alone on a sea of white sand. Midas scanned the area around them. It looks like he's really gone, he said, his voice weak with relief. Indeed, there was no sign as far as the eye could see of the black-robed figure. Feeling a pang of sympathy as he looked at to the side at young Hertz's face, who strangely enough had seemed to be amused by something, Midas began to rummage through his pockets looking for a piece of candy to offer to his friend as a token of solace over the loss of his trusty eyewear. Walking up to the other boy, Midas held out the piece of candy, its silver wrapper half undone. Don't be so disheartened, old friend. It's not like this is the last adventure we'll have. I think I'm going to be just fine, replied young Hertz, his voice subdued, but the adventurer's eyes twinkled with laughter. Then, as if hearkening back to some past event, he continued his thoughts aloud. Man, that genie must have been blinder than a bat with no eyes, he said in astonishment. Midas stared at young Hertz uncomprehendingly until the other boy turned fully toward him, a grin splitting his face from ear to ear. Then Midas saw it, and the smile of his own spread across his face, for there, resting atop his friend's nose, was something which had grown familiar to him over the years. In the end, it seems the poor fool managed to mistake his own glasses for mine, young Hertz went on in a comical tone. So the ones you're wearing now are, Midas asked, though the silver rims of the glasses already confirmed it. Yep, they're the exact ones I put on this morning. With a happy air, young Hertz took the sugary treat from his friend and popped into his mouth. However, this time, as the honeyed glaze of the candy balls that carried in their mouths melted away, both he and his friend made certain not to swallow them whole. You know, Midas said as they walked along, even if there were such a thing as a magical spectacles, I don't think they'd amount to anything in his possession, because as you and I both know, it's the habit of losing them when things matter the most. That's a cute story. But, like I thought, this was the place we needed to be. It's time for us to return. Oh. I don't think we'll be able to do anything with them, but we gotta at least try, right? Well, that was unenthusiastic. Oh well. Here we go. Oh, did you find the book by any chance? Indeed we have. Again, please check it over just to be certain. Handed over Hertz Adventure 2. Quest Temp Librarian 2 complete.
Yes, this is the genuine article. And that leaves us with just one left. I need a break. What kind of book are we chasing down this time anyway? I'll spare you the teasing this time. The last one's entitled 31 Cypress Trees. And here's the card. Got more of an unusual writing on it.
You 3-1 cypress trees nestled atop the grassy hill. Afflictions of far-off lands draw nigh unto me like wine barrels tumbling lightly down the soft inclines. I drift into the riviere, enveloped with the resonance of a tolling bell. Okay, so 3 FL barrel. 3 full barrels?
Oh man, no more of this gibberish. I think I'm actually starting to get used to these.
Another riddle.
Yeah, I guess so. Is this your specialty or something? Well, your task is the same as before. May Odios herself speed you on your way to success. Okay, we're going.
Broaden us. Fetch, I don't know. This one's definitely a bit more of a twister. Alright, 3 surface down, but about enveloped in the resonance of a tolling bell. So 3 FL barrel. 3 barrels. Where would there be barrels? Maybe in the bottom floor here? There's definitely barrels in this area, but... And it could be like, and I wonder if how literal it is, like 3 trees. Like, could it be 3 trees? Someone called for Fed. She went off somewhere. There was some kind of emergency for the factory ship, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, your girl's gone. Orbital guns are currently working on a poorly balanced and incredibly hard to use. But if I could get them onto the market, they'd be a bestseller for sure. Performance versus usability. Difficult choice. May as well try for both. The core of the cable has been removed. Greetings, Bracers. I've heard from Murdoch. Well, I haven't heard everything, but it's time for the rescue. I'll be waiting for the safe return of both the professor and the cable. Do your best. May Odious watch over you. Okay, so they literally took the core computer, too. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. Like, they probably said it, but it went right over my head. That's huge. Holy cow. You 31 cypress trees nestled up the grassy hill, afflicted from far off lands, draw nigh unto me with barrels tumbling lightly down a soft incline as I drift into the riviere, enveloped within the resonance of a tolling bell. Okay, so, but like the hint is like 3 and then FL. Barrels. I have no idea. I'm so dumb. 3 what? 3 FL. Wait a minute. 3. Oh my gosh, wait a second. I was there, but think about it. 3 FL could be floor and then barrel. A 3rd floor barrel. That might be it. I'm gonna check here because like this also has a 3rd floor, but that could be it. Like I can't believe like because FL. Like why didn't I think of it? FL tends to mean floor. Aha! I am a freaking genius! Haha! Package was found wrapped in oil paper. Inside was 31 cypress trees.
Woohoo! Found it!
That's the last one. Now we can finally finish up our work for the librarian.
You ain't kidding.
Huh? What's wrong?
There's a card stuck in the book. And something's written on it.
You have done well, though I know you not. I salute you for coming this so far. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a quartz researcher and the criminal who hid the 3 books. I have used these riddles as a way to find someone intelligent to whom I can entrust my work, and you've lived up to my hopes and exceptions remarkably. Consider the enclosed quartz your reward. Take care when examining it. Thank you for all your time. I truly hope my quartz will prove useful to you. P.S. If you found this package by sheer chance, how embarrassing and lucky you. Please return it to the second floor archive at the Central Factory.
That's it. That was all one big practical joke. Yeah, I guess so.
Have you looked at the package?
All right, let's see what we get to see.
Impede 3. Ooh.
Jackpot!
I think we should check with the client for the time being.
Fine by me.
I want to see what that does real quick. So, let's see. Impede 3. It's a wind. Oh, that could be spicy. Prevents enemy arts with 80% success. That's really cool. Alright, let's go back. I'm really lucky that I came to this conclusion like at the time when I was here. Like I might have immediately scurried right back to the factory if I hadn't already been here when I thought about it. And so like it's like you got to watch it in real time, my gears and my brain turning. I'm sad that it took so long. Like I really am not that clever, but I'm glad I did figure it out in the end. Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, perchance have you? Yep, we had the last book.
Oh, fetch, I forgot to read it. Just be sure to please take a look at it. Hand it over 31 cypress trees. I should be able to read it after this. Temporary librarian plus 3 completed.
Yes, this is definitely it. I'm impressed you actually found all 3 books. It just took some perseverance and patience.
Oh yeah, that's not all we found. It was right in the same spot as the book. Handed over the note and quartz left behind by the thief.
Perhaps this is a clue as to his motivations. Still, regardless of the reason, you've done a great deal for me. You can keep the quartz for yourself. In return for having taken up so much of your time.
Thank you! So is all you need us to do?
Yes, that's the lot.
Whew, that's a relief. I was afraid you were going to say you still have more work for us.
No joke. You worked so hard, there's really nothing left. I'm very grateful for your help. Now I can just relax for the time being.
What?
Oh, it's nothing. Thank you again. Feel free to come by anytime.
We will, thank you. Thanks. Pleased to be of service. I imagine she's the one that hit it, which is kind of what she was saying. All right, let me see if I can find the book. 31 cypress trees. All right, let's read it. Oh boy, here we go. 31 cypress trees. The good farmer Sherprot planted 5 cypress trees in his gardens. The good farmer Sherprot dunged the earth carefully about them. The good farmer Sherprot suffered for a year of pestilence. The good farmer Sherprot watched as all his trees withered away. The good farmer Sherprot planted another 7 cypress trees. The good farmer Sherprot dug the earth about them even more. The good farmer Sherprot suffered a year of bitter winter. The good farmer Sherprot watched as all his trees snapped in the biting cold. The good farmer Sherprot planted still another 9 cypress trees. The good farmer Sherprot dug the earth about them furthermore. The good farmer Sherprot saw his trees grow into a great canopy. The good farmer Sherprot watched all his trees broke under the weight of a great snow. The good farmer Sherprot planted yet another 11 cypress trees. The good farmer Sherprot plucked those which were frail and cast them into the fire. The good farmer Sherprot suffered another year of pestilence and great winter. The good farmer Sherprot watched his last tree grew into a magnificent fir. The good farmer Sherprot, in order to confect a single grand cypress. The good farmer Sherprot planted 32 cypress trees. The good farmer Sherprot was his love and goodness for all of them. The good farmer Sherprot brought 31 cypress trees to the depths of ruination. Interesting. I wonder what the lesson's supposed to be there. Oh well. Time to keel up and get ready for our mission. I think we're gonna start the mission, but once we get there, I think I'm gonna save and we'll finish out the mission next time. Temporary librarian plus 2. Pay 1,000. Temp 3. Current junior burst to 2nd class. Alright, we're good. Now top up our health and we'll be all set. Hey, wow, you guys look busy. We've just been ordered to get a factory ship in the air. It's a madhouse. Aye, are you ready? We still need a little more time to finish. Okay, well, Gustav just finished all our takeoff preparations. When you're ready to leave, come back and see me. Do I have stuff to do? I feel like I'm all ready. What am I still doing? Like, why can't I do stuff yet? Like, what? Oh, we have to go get the biosensors. I'm silly. I totally forgot. Back to the lab that I walked past like a dozen times. Is it third floor? Is that it there? No. Oh, no, it might be in his house. That would explain why I'm not seeing it. To be honest, I kind of forgot his house was a thing. It's been a while since we've had to do anything there.
Now, where is that thing? It's gotta be here somewhere. Maybe in a corner of the lab on the second floor archives? Those are where Grandpa usually tosses stuff from his old inventions.
Eccentric old coot. Oh, whatever. Let's just find the darn thing.
Found it!
That's the orbment that was in our experiment, all right. So, can we use it?
I think so. If everything performs to specs, then it'll keep the biosensor from working right.
Detector jammer. All right, back to the guild then. Killica's probably finished collecting intel on the Fort Lestian by now. Woo! To the bracers!
We're back, Killica, and we have the device. I have also finished my preparations. Now, what am I about to show you must not be spoken to anyone else.
Retrieve Lestian Fortress map. Okay. Landing port, wharf, watchtower. Well, would you look at that? These are the schematics for the Lestian Fortress.
Wow, it sure is big. And Grandpa's in there somewhere.
Research wing. Easily. Research wing.
Isn't the layout of the fort a military secret? How'd the guild get their hands on it? The guild has ways of obtaining information. It is best that you not know. The Bracers Guild is a much more complex organization than it may appear, and you would do well to remember that. Okay.
A little terrifying. It'd be like if you went to you were like working for some kind of like hunter's lodge or bounty hunter like squad, and you were able to like have literal military secrets like on hand if necessary. Like, okay, why do we have these?
I don't think I need to remind you that this is an exceptionally unique case. Relations between the army and the guild have been traditionally excellent in Liberl, even relative to other surrounding nations. It's absolutely crucial we do not cause any ill will. The guild can ill afford hostilities with the army. Do I make myself clear, Agat?
Yeah, I guess. But if I see the men in black clothes, they're gonna have a hot date with the business end of my sword. Soldiers or not, I've been looking for them for so long now, I don't think I'd be offended if I didn't kick their butts.
Do whatever you must. I just ask you you take no lives. Estelle and Joshua? Legally, I should not entrust this task to junior bracers.
Whoa, hold on a sec. I don't like what you're jiving at. We already are part of this. Please allow us to see it through to the end.
I thought you might say that, and I don't intend to stand in your way. But it must be said that you answer to Zeiss. As such, if worse comes to worse, I will accept full responsibility for your actions. You needn't worry.
Killica. I'm sorry. We've caused you so much trouble for you.
Now then, Tita. Since you're not a bracer, I have no authority over you. But you are truly set in your course? Yes, ma'am, I am.
What's this all about? You don't mean
I'm the only one who knows how to operate the device. So, I'm going with you. What?
Well, it's a very complicated orbment.
I'm sorry. I don't want to cause any trouble, but I have to go too.
Gotta be crapping me. Listen, Pipsqueak, I ain't hearing this crap. What the heck are we supposed to do with a kid on a mission that dangerous, huh?
But you need me to operate the device.
Then I forget that idea. We'll find another way to sneak in.
Alright, enough. Lighten up. Why are you so darn stubborn?
You'd want to run that by me again?
Tita's ready. She said she wants to help. And her help made it easier for us to sneak in. All that improves our chance of getting the professor out safely. I want to know why you're so against it now of all times.
You little... Have you even thought about her being a civilian and a kid, besides? Are you okay with putting her in danger?
I don't like it any more than you do, but we're safe. We'll keep her safe. We're bracers. That's our job.
You sure talk big game for a rookie. And what does experience have to do with this? Bracers aren't the only ones who feel that some people are worth protecting. Isn't supporting that ideal what you were supposed to be all about?
Estelle, Joshua, I'm sorry if I make you so mad, but my grandpa's everything to me. All I want for him is to be okay. So I'm going to do everything I can to make sure he is. Besides, you helped me when I needed it, so let me do the same for Estelle and Joshua, and for you. I swear I'll be good. I'll follow orders. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, sweetie.
I didn't realize you put so much thought into this. I don't buy it. If you really want us to help that badly without getting in our way, then follow orders and stay here. You got it? But we really don't have any other way to get in there. I'd rather not do this. Truth be told, I can think of a few thousand things I'd rather do, but I'll let it slide this once.
Thank you, Agat.
You got no reason to thank me. You fall behind, you get left behind. Oh, sure, yeah, like you're gonna actually do that. Just so you know.
All right. I swear one of these days, by the goddess, you're a jerk. Why can't you just be nice and appreciate what she's saying?
Settle down, Estelle. He's just the type who speaks, colorfully when he's embarrassed. It's a defense mechanism. Volta, you shut it!
Now I trust that the matter's been settled. The Libnitz will soon be ready to set off. When you're ready, please proceed to the airfield. Will do.
Later, Kilika. Take care of the talking to the army for us.
I have appropriate responses lined up should they decide to question us. Adios keep you. Please be careful.
You know what? That's as good a place as any for us to stop. Probably a kind of shorter episode just because there was a lot of fighting that I probably cut out, but at the same time, this was pretty important, so... Yeah, we'll kick off the real big adventure next week. So the next week's episode is going to be a big one. We've done all the cleanup. Oh, let me just double check real quick. Okay, we're good. We've done all the cleanup, done all the side quests. I imagine this is going to be the last mission in this area before we move on to the capital. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Kind of scared at the same time. But it should be very action-packed, so... I imagine next episode will make up for the shortness of this episode, being that I probably will just do the whole adventure right there and not let kind of like I did when we went after the mayor. So, yeah, let's get that professor back. I'm excited. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your patience and being willing to join me for this adventure and be able to let me share it with you. Hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves and hopefully you come back for more. I'm real excited to be able to continue the story, and honestly, I'm kind of sad that eventually this has to end. I kind of hope this is just keep going, but I know that we're getting close to the finale. I mean, the fact that we're almost junior bracer class 1, which is looks like the highest class of junior bracer, kind of tells me that we're approaching the finale. And also because the Queen's Jubilee, the capital, it all kind of seems to be flowing towards some big crisis that's going to happen there. So narratively, it makes sense that we're pretty close to being done. But, I'm not in any rush. We'll get there when we get there. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you enjoy yourselves. Thank you especially to the patrons and the members who support me directly. You're wonderful. Keep in mind, we're going to be having a vote soon for what's going to be coming up on the Tuesday schedule slot. So if you're invested and you haven't, make sure to go check the Discord. Make sure to check the pinned comments for members on the YouTube channel so that you can make sure you're in the loop on everything that's going on and cast your vote before it's over. Anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you. And until next video, watching me, if you see me next, I'll see you there.